we have the compactor for all of the waste that's accrued throughout all of the shops. The stairway going up, and here we have all of the loading bays for all the various shops. This is the service road as we're looking at the present moment. This is a view of the ramp, the easy access ramp. Overlooking the outer part of the car park. That's the kiosk for the car park attendants. The outside of the car park here is used for the contract parking. These are the cars which are owned by the various managers of the shops. I'm just on my way up the stairs now to go and see the centre manager. I'm in Mr. Gower's office at the present moment, and there you have Mr. Gower working at his computer, and I've just come up for a few moments just to have a word with him. He is the general manager of the Wellfield Centre, and I would just like to ask him one or two questions. First and foremost, good morning, Brian.
Hi, how are you, George? All right?
Not too bad, thank you. How's the centre doing? Is it mad busy again as usual?
It's doing very well, yes. It's thriving extremely well since we've had new ownership.
Oh, I'm very pleased as regards that. Tell me, Brian, how long have you actually been associated with the Wellfield Centre?
I started here in June 1984 when Guardian Royal Exchange Insurance Company were the owners, and they were just completing the Phase 1 redevelopment, which was the development of the new Mall. And for my sins, been here ever since. Can't remember breaking 2 mirrors, but we've gone past 14 years now.
It's when you get to 21 you start worrying. How long has the Wellfield Centre been actually here? I know I've been here since 1980, but it must have been quite a long time before that.
Yes, the foundation stone, which is in the lobby at the bottom of Garth Road, says it was laid by Sir Michael Duff in 1962, so I suppose building probably started around about 1958, 59. It was originally built by a firm called Redwood Developments, and GRE were the mortgagees for Redwood Developments, and in the early 80s Redwood Developments went into liquidation, and GRE basically got the centre back by default, and then started to put some money, and this is when the centre really started to go ahead and begin to thrive. We've gone through 3 owners, which were the original ones, Redwood Developments that I mentioned, Guardian Royal Exchange Insurance Company, then for 2 years a firm called UK Land, who didn't do very much at all, apart from make £1 million out of it and move on. And now the new owners, who are Ravenheath Limited, who are headed by Mr. Keith Williams, who used to be an investment surveyor with Guardian Royal Exchange, so he knows the centre extremely well, and it was always his ambition to own it, and he's now achieved his ambition.
Oh, that's very good, that. Actually, I have met Mr. Williams on a few occasions, and he certainly seems to be a very go-ahead person, a very straightforward person, and by what I can gather, he knows exactly where he's going. And just briefly, when I've been looking round, since he's taken over, it's as if there's been a lot of manure put into the ground, because everything all of a sudden is developing.
Yes, we have, since Mr. Williams took over, we've had new shops. We've had Brewster's, which has made a huge difference, which are a mini supermarket. We've got BY's, which again is a very good shop. Argos we already had, of course, which are our anchor store, who bring in lots of people. With Weirmart in the Mall, which is a large clothing company, and under development at the moment, the work has already started in preparation. We have Bevan's DIY, which are taking in excess of 10,000 square feet unit, and Pound Stretcher, which will be starting work in there, fitting out within the next month. So that means we will only have 2 small empty shops left to let, which is the first time ever, I think, that we are very near capacity in lettings. So he's been very successful in what he's done.
Oh, that can only be for the betterment of the city and for the Wellfield itself, obviously. One of the things that I have noticed is and you seem to be the linchpin as regards to this, and that's your association with the police and the Crime Watch, which, by what I've been able to observe, seems to have certainly reduced things, or at least brought to the attention to the police of more and more of the crime element. Even though it is only minor in this city, it's still a nuisance factor.
Yes, shoplifting in Bangor virtually reached epidemic proportions, and originally we started off with a shop watch scheme, which meant each shop would pass information to each other regarding shoplifters, which had to be done by telephone. It was then decided to do a radio link, and each shop now has a radio which they have direct contact with each other and with the police, and this has cut down on shoplifting no end. We have police officers on the high street who carry the radios, so as soon as information is given about a shoplifter, they're there to pounce on them straight away. I'm sure, as you realise, in your car parking office, you see them being taken in handcuffs in quite regular succession.
Yes, well, obviously that's only for the betterment of everybody, really. Because the sooner they get rid of this rubbish off the streets, the better.
Yes, it's made Bangor a much safer place, not only from the point of view of shoplifting, but hooliganism and things like this get clamped down on straight away, and it's made the environment, I think, a much safer place for people to shop.
Well, Brian, that's been very, very enlightening for me, and I hope all the people who watch this video, they realise that the job that you're doing is a very important job, and that you're really progressing everything, and I really mean everything. And I'd like to take this opportunity of thanking you for your cooperation and for your help in making of this video. I shall make a copy of it for yourself, obviously, and I sincerely hope that you like it. Once again, thank you very much indeed, Brian.
Thank you, George.
I'm standing in Brian's office at the present moment. It's Saturday afternoon, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of people around in the mall now. My previous photography that was done in the early hours of a Sunday morning, showing how lovely all the different buildings, etc. are. And this now shows you just how busy the place can be. And this isn't really as busy as what it normally is, but it's still a wonderful view, and it shows all the different shops in the mall of the Wellfield Centre. And my thanks go out to Brian for helping me the way he has done.
Oh,